I, for one, accept our new giant overlords. Oop, fairy bell. I grab, pretending I'm going to use it when the game's probably going to be over an hour from now. King Rock.
I used to pray the Lightbringers would return and set the world right. Then I started to pray that they wouldn't, because I knew they would hate what they found. Eventually, I gave up praying God altogether. Now here you are. I don't know what to believe.
You know I'm a Lightbringer. You might be a human wearing a stolen mask, but I believe you are a Lightbringer. You carry a red ember in a lantern, and your bearing in speech are unlike those of the humans. It may be that I am just inclined to believe it because I want to believe it. Domos needs its Lightbringers. I like how one of the dialogue options here is, you are not easy to find. He was exceedingly easy to find. Where do you find the giant? Oh, you go to Giant Cliffs. How do I get to the King Rock at Giant Cliffs? You follow the only road in Giant Cliffs. We found him. He was one of the easiest to find characters in the entire game. But I'll say it anyway. You were not easy to find. By design, humans cannot grow their fruit here. Dwarves cannot mine their ore here. Elves cannot do whatever it is elves do. We were given the only lands nobody else wanted. I'm here in search of an ancient shrine. Do you know of it? Certainly. I need to restore that shrine. Can you tell me where it is? I can, and I will. I would like to ask a favor of you first, though. Something you may be uniquely suited to do for us. It's something we can't do for ourselves, or I wouldn't prevail upon you. No matter the race, people seem to enjoy having a Lightbringer do errands for them. It can't always have been this way, can it? Very well. What would you like of me? We cannot grow crops here, nor can we hunt too many bears, lest they will go extinct. So we fish, but the humans to the south, they fish the same waters. As their cities grow, so do their appetites. We are starving. Have you approached them about this? We tried. When we leave here, their warships sink us. We cannot yell loudly enough for the little people in the fishing boats to hear us. So, we throw boulders at them. It is a token response. They are not afraid of us. So that's not really dialogue. I'll help if I can, but I can't visit every ship one by one. My own journey is urgent. There is no need. They all come from the City of Light docks, flying the same flag with the letters FISHCO on it. That must be the City of Light Fishing Company. Very well. I'll go to the docks and speak to them on your behalf. Thank you. Then I will show you how to get to the old shrine. I pity you if you want to restore it. I would tear it down and start over. So apparently there's not much left of it right now. So we have one objective about the alpha bear up here in the corner. And otherwise, we need to go... Oh, whoa, wow. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It would have to be from the City of Light. It's weird thinking that the people from the south that compete them in fishing are the people in the far corner of the entire map. That's their neighboring kingdom, is the one they're on the opposite sides of the entire map. There's no one else to the south, though. It's a bunch of empty areas and goblins and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and head north first. We might as well take care of the bear first while we're already here. By the way, fast travel. Do we have a spot? Cool, we have it. We probably have every fast travel unlocked. Thank goodness that happened, by the way. Oop, Lightbringer. Wow, those Alpine wolves just charged through. That was alarming. Let's have you attack that guy just to get his attention. There we go. We'll be good.
This isn't so hard.
Do some double strikes. We should be fine. There we go. Yeah, thank goodness I got in contact with the devs and found out how to fix the fast travel bug, because this would be one of those moments that I'm not psyched about. Like, oh, you mean walk across the entire map? Well, actually, it wouldn't be across the entire map. If it wasn't working, I'd have to go take the boat back to there and then go back along. But yeah, when the fast travel was broken, it was very disappointing how often I had to walk across the entire map to continue. I really wish I could put Lightbringer in the front. Oh wow, he's just stuck now. Okay, that's just our lives now. Sure. He can do knife trick a lot. That'll be fun. Lots of AoE time. It'll be fine. Just explode everything till it stops working. There we go. There we go. I can't highlight the right character.
Let's get out of here.
Stock up on these so they can sell off. Thank you. Might as well rest. That continues to be the most strangely balanced part of the game. Oh no, if I rest too frequently, I won't get an experience bonus. What will I do when I've already out-leveled the entire game as far as I can tell? The zone's level 14 to 17, my party is level 20. I don't even grind. Like, I don't grind, and I'm so far above the level of the zones I'm in. It's like, oh no, I better watch out for the experience bonus or I'll get in some serious trouble. Oh, go get him, Corin. I'm sure it'll go over great. People like it when you attack their children.
You might need a healer.
It's endearing. It's not endearing. That's not how that works. Oh, they're not called cubs. Interestingly enough, they're just called polar bears. Are polar bears bigger than that? I feel like they'd be bigger than that, but they are pretty big. Like they're definitely not cub sized. They're bigger. They're technically bigger than Corin and stuff are individually. There's that. I'm sure we'll be fine. I don't think I need to recover first. Even if it is a tough enemy, it's just going to be... Oh, 17 to 20. Oh, look, there's a whole alternate area over here. I bet that other chunk of map is all for the actual shrine itself. Okay, how many bears are down here? Are these like all of his bear concubines? It's an entire menagerie of bears. Alright, well, we're about to get attacked, so let's move over here. There we go. That'll work fine. Just wanted to make sure that Corin didn't get swarmed, that our other characters didn't get swarmed. I just healed the wrong character. Whoops. Shoulder bash will reduce the incoming damage for a moment. There we go.
I didn't know I could do that. Run now, and we'll call it.
2 bears down.
That shall leave a mark.
Ooh, combo. There we go. Clear.
Even Corin fights better than that.
Even Corin fights better than that. The way you talk about your brother does not make you a particularly likable character. It's our primary exposure to you is that you just keep slagging on your brother, who is our tank. Seems ill-conceived. I made an attempt. It would be nice if we still had an AoE attack. You can mostly just shove people.
This isn't so hard.
We're getting there, though.
Rub some dirt on it. I'm just warming up.
I think I'm hitting the point finally where my commentary is only going to get more sparse over time because the fights are kind of just happening.
Good luck patching that up. On with the quest.
I don't have a huge I don't have a huge number of abilities to go with, and unlike most RPGs, I'm not really building like a strategy. My characters don't really have a build. They don't have skills they specialize in that complement each other or anything. I just get whatever skills happen to be on my good equipment, which seems to be the logical way to proceed. Otherwise, you're going to have really weak equipment as you stubbornly stick to as you stubbornly try to stick to specific skills you like and don't get the stats. But as a result, I just kind of use whatever abilities I have during all these fights. That is a huge bear. That is a huge bear. Okay, let's get away from him real quick. Okay. focus fire on Pyros. That's Pyros. There we go. Do what I can here. Just start cleaving away. Oh wow, he's down already. That was way faster than I expected it to be for how big and menacing he was. I wasn't even looking at his health bar. I was just maintaining my own characters, figuring we're going to be in for the long haul. I wonder what level the boss is. It's supposedly an up to level 20 zone with the shrine and everything, but that might just be the other part and not this specific subsection. Because they clearly used one map for both parts. This is clearly a self-contained dungeon just for this one little encounter, and then this huge area is for the shrine, and they just kind of mixed them both into one map, probably to save on assets or something. Superior Sand Silk Weave Cassock of Scorching. So that's a cloth armor. Bonus to everything, get Scorching Heat instead of Explosion. Sure, I'll go for that. To review, Scorching Heat I believe is single target. Wave of superheated gas scorches area, dealing low damage and weakening enemies for 5 seconds. Or was it 5 seconds or 5 meters? Whoops. 5 seconds, yeah. That's straightforward enough. How do I go... let's go to the City of Light next. We'll just warp right on out of here. And I'll be right back to, it's down here. I'll, pay a visit to the guy that wanted me to kill the bear in a moment. After we... I don't know, break some, knock together some, skulls of the, oops. Knock together a few fisherman skulls. Where's the gate? Did I walk past? No, I'm not even close to that. Not even remotely. I was just thinking at the time, like, I found a... At one point, I decided, oh, this is going to be a change for my character. Like, from a role-playing moment, because I encountered a character who was abusing... Embers willingly, and I was like, well, you're gonna have to die then. And I'm like, I guess that's my character then, huh? He's generally up for... He's generally about justice and good, more or less, but the moment he encounters somebody abusing Embers, he goes after them, because that's part of his justice system or whatever, is he thinks that that's punishable. And, then I've never encountered someone doing that ever again. So there's no one else to kill. Oh. I thought the entrance would be up here. Must be down here. There's a salty keg. Just pop on inside. Calabar.
I can't tell if you're looking at me.
Fine greetings, sir. Greetings fine, sir. What? I've only heard fighting greetings before. I've never heard greetings fine before. How can I help you? I've come from the frozen north to discuss a problem. What type of problem? Your company is fishing in the waters near the Cliffs of Giants and stealing the Giants' food supply. The Giants? Remind me, why do I care about the Giants? Haven't you noticed the Giants becoming hostile towards your ships? They are throwing boulders at us. I'm not joking. They are literally tossing rocks at our ships from the cliffs. Why would I be afraid of that? A lost ship or two because of a lucky shot is the price of doing business. That's horrible. That's horrible. There's people on those ships. Price of doing business. People die, whatever. Oh well. What, he's just garbage. You're taking advantage of them. You have to stop fishing in their waters. That's ridiculous. I need the supply. There are tons of fish in those waters, and no other fishermen dare go up there because of the Giants. Why should I stop? The ocean is large. There must be another place you can fish. Do you know how much gold it would cost to even find a new fishing spot? Although... there is this one old sailor who's always bragging about his secret fishing spot. We've offered him a king's ransom for that location, but he refuses to give it up. If you can convince him to reveal his secret, then I'll be happy to stop risking my boats in Giants' waters. Where can I find this old sailor? You'll find him fishing off the old dock just west of City of Light. Feel free to talk to him, see if you can talk some sense into him. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with the greedy bastard. And? I can help you, mate. That old sailor isn't going to give up a secret spot. It probably doesn't even exist. No. There's only one sure way of stopping them from fishing where they don't belong. Oh yeah? How's that? Sink his prized vessel. The blue whale. That one boat brings in over half of Fishco's haul every week. Without that ship, the company will go out of business within a month. Who are you? Why do you want to see the Fishco go out of business? Let's just say I work for the people of the fine city, the people of Domos. Without Fishing Co. monopolizing all the good fishing spots, then us self-employed entrepreneurs will finally have a chance of making a living. Honestly, I kind of want to do it because he's somebody that willingly sends his people on death missions. That specific detail makes me want to destroy his company so that people can find employment that isn't going to kill them. I'll do it. I assume you have a plan. There's some explosive kegs on board that they used to break through the frozen waters up north. Light them and watch the fireworks. What about the people on the ship? All the sailors are on shore leave, so there's just one lone guard on deck. I'm sure you can convince him to leave, or kill him and throw him overboard. Whatever you need to do, mate. I'll be back after the ship has been sunk. Brilliant. Here's a tinderbox. Just use on the explosive kegs that run like hell. Come back to me after the deed is done, so I can properly thank you. Yeah, hopefully we can get the guy off. I'm not blowing it up if he's on it. I would have never expected the end of, like, one of the ending things of this game to come down to us securing fishing rights. Get lost. I need to get on board the ship. Is that so? Well, I'm paid to make sure folks like you don't get on board. Is your life worth the pittance they are paying you? You folks certainly look like you can handle yourself in a fight, but I think I can take you. How about you take a walk to the tavern? I hear the ale is half price for the next hour. So you're saying my choice is to stay here and risk serious injury or get drunk on the cheap. You know, I think I deserve a short break. I'll head over to the salty keg for a bit. I hope nobody gets on board this here boat while I'm gone. That was like weirdly out of character dialogue where he's like, I can take you. My job is to keep you off here. You're not getting past me. I'm gonna go get a beer now. I didn't have to really do anything interesting or convincing, and I already threatened him technically before that, and he didn't do that. I can't use that. Oh, I need to activate it manually. So way down here, tinderbox. Running time. Oh goodness.
We need to leave before the ship explodes.
Oh, that looks bad.
What is happening? What is happening? Are they all fighting each other? Who's fighting right now?
That felt
Careful.
amazing.
There are
Oh.
enemies nearby.
There's bands of thieves. Well, they already killed the guy. Tag, you're it.
Come here.
Cora, out of the way. Cora. Corin. There we go.
Oh, we're just getting started here.
They still don't really path very well, unfortunately. Well, I murdered those people. Also, the game is hitching a lot now. That's weird. I'm having a lot of performance problems, I think, where like it seems like we're skipping frames or something. Weird. Wonder if that has anything to do with the weird crashing I was having before. So there's just packs of thieves down here. I suppose this is like a mini dungeon of some kind. Let's see, how weak is this equipment? Minus 200 damage. About as weak as it goes, apparently. They don't even have money on them. They're terrible thieves. They have nothing on them. Alright, well, Fishco's out of business. The giants can stop being pestered that were already wronged in the first place. And this company gets to send fewer people on suicide missions. So that's fun. I'm gonna find out that Lenny's actually a rival company, aren't I?
Nice costume.
That was quite the show. Here's some extra coin. The people in this fine city thank you for everything you've done, mate.
If you ask me, sinking a ship and putting a company out of business was not the best way to handle this. A fine conscience I turned out to be. But at least the giants won't go hungry now. So, let's go back to King Rock so he can point us to the shrine.
Nah, screw it. If I was being lawful good the whole time, then yeah, obviously you don't do that because it's unlawful to do what I did. But if you're just being judgy, He obviously deserved it if he's sending people on suicide missions. Like, whatever, we lose a ship every now and then. People drown. Who gives a shit? I get money. Like, no, that's not... No, you don't deserve to run a business. That's unacceptable. Especially since we've been at war with the giants before. Do you really want to go down that road again? Rogar. Have you squeezed into the little cave and killed the alpha bear, Pyros, yet? Pyros has been dealt with. That is wonderful news, little one. Maybe they will stop scratching at our thighs now. I mean, they're dead, so those specific ones will definitely stop. We're about to hit level... Like, 2 people are level 21 already, one of them's about to be 21. We are firmly above the level range of this area. And we are back.
What do you see?
And there's that level up. The human fishing boats are gone. I hope it stays that way. Thank you. I can see now I was too impatient for the Lightbringer's return. You were here in time. My prayers were answered. I'm glad to have helped. Can you tell me where to find the shrine now? As I promised, the cave behind me will take you there directly. I'm also giving you this, my family's amulet. It was my great-grandfather's, given to him as a gift from the Lightbringers. It glows when it nears the shrine, but we suspect it has another purpose as well. What else can we expect to find in the cave? It is the final resting place of our ancestors' spirits, a place where we can receive guidance if we open our minds and hearts. But there are also evils in there, waiting to feast on whatever enters. Be cautious. That's a terrible, terrible, terrible answer to that question. What can we find in there? You know, evil. Thanks, Rock. Thanks, King. I can see why you're king. Why did the Lightbringers give you your ancestors this amulet? No one knows. My grandfather thought it was given to his grandfather by the Lightbringers about the time that they built the shrine you're seeking. Any written history of the amulet no longer exists. We'll make our way to the shrine immediately. Safe travels. Let us hope your return to the world is a sign of better times to come. This entire game really did become like the MacGuffin Collectathon, didn't it? We spent about 2/3 or more of the game collecting all the things that make up, like making him get his memory back and stuff like that, and then we spent the remainder of the game slowly recollecting the shrine amulets, basically. And like it's just go get that thing. Now go get that thing. Game's over now. That's kind of wish it would go to more than that. I kind of wish there'd be more defined characters in this game, especially like, you know, like friends and villains and so on. Like, there's kind of an old man back in camp, but we stopped talking to him like after the first part of the game. None of the kings or royalty or anything have like interesting motivations or that make them reoccurring characters, really. You can meet that one dwarf at the town hall meeting, and then you can meet him again when you save him, and that's it. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm starting to find. So now that I'm nearing the end of the game, I'm kind of disappointed by the realization of how low on character the whole thing has been. Because character is what RPGs is all about. That's role-playing games. You play a role. That generally means you want characters in your game. Otherwise, what are you even bothering with for? Whoa! So we got an ice monster, because we usually have an elemental monster, and then in addition to the elemental monster, we have what looks like dead spirits. The Azure Shard and the Azure Shaman. But yeah, the premise of an RPG, in general, with D&D and stuff like that, is it always involves some level of, like, make a character. What are the motivations of your character? Encounter other characters who also have their own motivations and knowledges and skills. Compare and contrast, see how things work out. Maybe you fight, maybe you talk it out, maybe you help each other. So, like, there's so many possible outcomes. Let's see. I doubt this stuff's useful. In this game, it's, there's MacGuffins. Go get them. And you just do that for hours and 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 hours. And then you get to the end, presumably. And then you never really met anyone along the way, and nothing really happened, and... oh well. We saved the world. It's weird because the world is actually detailed and interesting, which makes it strange how kind of uninteresting the story has been. Again, it makes me wish that this game took place during any of those historical chapters that they tell you about in the books, because those books often have better stories than the game we've heard so far. Like, you can tell they can write some kind of story, they just don't know how to... They don't necessarily know for sure how to act it out in real time. Because, when we went to that bog, and we went to Sanctuary or whatever it was called, or Haven, the unicorn place. Went to the unicorn place, and then we went to the Bog of Souls. And in both cases, there was this big, complex journey story of some failed expedition and all the things that are going wrong, and wave upon wave of horrible plagues and disasters were happening to these people. Like, that's how the story plays out in those books, and it's like, I can't help but wonder why the game's never interesting like that when you're playing it. Like, those kinds of stories never happen when you're playing the game. They always happen in books that happened before the game happened, which just makes me wish that the game was about those people instead. That's a lot of shards. I didn't know there could be that many shards. I kind of thought that there had to be like one. Corin, can you get this guy off us? Cora, you back off. There we go. That'll work out. Lightbringer can kind of no, walk towards them, not in... I just want to get into knife range. There we go. Knife range activate. Scorching heat activate. How you guys feeling? A little stabby? Are you guys feeling a tad under-leveled? I can't imagine why. Is it because you're all like level 17 probably, and we're all level 21? Oh, that's an ice area. Get out of that real quick. And back to our task. The secret ingredient was stabbing. Lots of stabbing. There we go. Only one person to loot in that bunch because they were mostly shards. More potions, though. Grateful for those. No plans on using them outside of combat, of course. But if there's a big bad boss fight at some point, I'll have a lot of restoration supplies. Because we can practically fight indefinitely as long as I can keep everybody alive. Which mostly comes down to, in many cases, just Cora having a proper supply of energy potions to keep her going. Although there have been some dangerous ones in the mix. Go, Corin, go! And now the murder. Can you hit them with a scorching heat from there? They're almost down. There's a lot of shards here. I could be wrong, but I thought we just fought one in each of the previous ones. Especially the unicorn, I only remember there being one. Admitted that there was like a whole battle happening around me in the mines, and I kind of skipped past it. Like, oh, that looks like a bunch of chaos I can slip through in a stealthy way to make this clean for myself. And so I did. Alright, well this is where I would expect a fight to happen for sure. So let's just go ahead and prepare ourselves. It's a really big, complicated cave. Well, not complicated is the wrong word. This cave sure has a lot of rooms. We just went right through here, but there's this zone and that zone and that zone. I wonder if they're going to send me from here to here because something's wrong with the shrine. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. Look at that big guy. No, Corin, go over there. I'm like, why is he running away? That is the large azure shard. Let's have everyone attack the shaman. Take out the weaker targets quickly. Should pay off. Alright, Corin, get fighting. Get Cora and Lightbringer over here. Try to stay out of the big guy's range in case he gets aggressive. Oh, Corin. Corin, bad things happening. That's not good. That's ostensibly not good. Okay. Get out of that bubble. We can make this work. Our, you know, let's just focus fire the big guy. Since he's clearly going to be a problem for us anyway. Let's heal Corin. Cora's silenced. That doesn't happen very often. Is he done being silenced yet? Am I missing him? She's still silenced. How do you tell she's silenced? Oh, it's the bubble around her head. You can't see it very well because it's the same. It's the same color as the floor. Is it gone yet? I think it's gone. Corin, there we go. Don't want him going down. Pretty much specifically don't want him going down. That's like the one thing that can go wrong here. Trying to stay on top of heals. Oh, Corin's taking damage. How's the shard doing? Decently. It's a thing where I don't want him to take damage from the AoE, but I also don't want to move him because the shard will probably change targets immediately. So I'm trying to finish him off.
I'm just warming up.
And just hope things work out.
Good luck patching that up.
Pain is life, my friend.
Well, you're not going to last very long now. Oops. They got me.
I need to sit down.
Oh, calm down. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just spam attacks real quick. There we go. Get out of that AoE.
They had no honor.
They had no honor. They were zombies. Do you understand that concept? They were undead. Ooh. Hi. I'm not psyched about getting crowd control instead of poison arrow, which is like the primary skill I use right now. But plus 65.8 average damage is a bit of a boost. Bonuses to all stats. I'll just have to make do. Prioritizing raw stats. These are all garbage, though. We'll go ahead and rest, and we should be ready to go. And I think, yeah, we'll go up there, put the medallion, put the amulet on the shrine, and if there's no surprise twist or anything, I guess I'll be warping back to base. I almost said Pinnacle, but that's a different place. City of Light and Pinnacle both sound like they'd be the places the Lightbringer religion, and neither of them are. Well, it would appear there was no twist after all. It's just done. So, looking at our quests, Shrine of Radiance, that's it. Yeah, Radiance, Pinnacle, and City of Light, they all sound like the name you would give, like, the primary Lightbringer city. Ta-da! We did it. That wasn't so tough. The Shepherd plane kind of came across like it was going to be a big deal, but all of them kind of went by quickly. I'm a little surprised. Each of the shrine locations was a different race. There was a dwarf group, there was the shepherds, and there was the giants. But the entire game up to that was just human cities over and over again, more or less. It kind of felt like those were supposed to be fleshed out more than they ultimately were. I kind of wonder if they meant for there to be more time spent in those locations ultimately than there ended up getting, because each of them was only... At some point, each of them was probably about, like, what, 30 to 60 minutes of content each? Just like one tiny side quest or two, and then go get the shrine in a dungeon.
Peace be with you, stranger.
Greetings, Lightbringer. Welcome to Radiance. Your fellow monk Julians has set me to restore this shrine's power. A lot of experience just everywhere. Yes, now is the time. I have noticed subtle changes in this shrine as you have restored the other three. Take this amulet and place it on the altar. It will open the conduit to the goddess. What could go wrong, right? Am I not... What's wrong?
That mask looks very uncomfortable.
What? Oh, that's the shrine. He's standing in front of an altar, so I'm like, oh yeah, just put it on there. That was the lobby. That was like, he is the shrine secretary in a different building. Yeah, this makes more sense. Oops.
I feel her. The portal must be open. This is breathtaking, Lightbringer. felt so connected to her. And, oh, she's calling me. Let's go to the portal immediately.
So is this it? Is this the secret to undoing the death of the world? If so, I kind of wonder why the Lightbringers themselves didn't originally get to this. Seems like it wasn't that big of a task, honestly. Especially back in the day when everything would have been more functional. There we go. People are already level 22. Wow. Alright, just gotta get down to the portal. A bit of a trek across town. And we cross the bridge towards the portal in the north corner of the map. The east corner of the map is actually more accurate, I guess. Lightbringer, where you going? I clicked on the stairs. No, I clicked on the stairs. There we go.
Incredible. Who could have imagined that our desperate plan to resurrect a Lightbringer would succeed? You have accomplished more than I dared to dream. The portal to the goddess is now ready to open for you, Lightbringer. How I envy you.
It's alarming to me that I've been able to accomplish so much as one Lightbringer, but there was like armies of Lightbringers before? How powerful was everyone else if they lost? That's astonishing. Has anyone else gone through the portal? No. The portal will only open for one infused with the power of Embers, a Lightbringer. I brought you back to this world for this purpose alone. No one has entered the goddess's realm before you. What should I say to her? I don't know. But we have faith in you, Lightbringer. You've seen what the three races have done to the Embers, yes? So tell her. Speak from your heart. The goddess will help her children, surely. Very well, I will enter the portal and convince the goddess to save the Embers. I called the leaders of the other races here to witness this miracle, the moment of our everlasting salvation. Once they see the power and the glory of the goddess, they will have to understand their dreadful mistake. Now go. The portal in this room is in this room behind me. Let us open it. Called all the world leaders here? That seems awfully dangerous. I feel like there's going to be some sort of twist here, and all the leaders are going to get killed, and this is all going to be a terrible idea. Oh wow, yeah, they're all here. All of them.
I must admit, I am impressed.
That's elf, human, shepherd, other human, dwarf.
I should have been helping Siama all along. I have been so selfish.
There's no giant here. That seems a little iffy.
It's all.
If it isn't my savior and champion. After that fracas in the mines, I jumped in a carriage headed for Gwynfire post-haste. Imagine my surprise when a Radiance monk rode right up to our carriage, ignoring the guards. Breathless and exuberant, he explained that you were about to open a portal to the goddess. I wasn't going to miss this. It isn't every day you get to witness a meeting with a god.
Greetings.
I can no longer hide it. It is time to right the wrongs I have committed. I will start by making amends to the monks of Radiance. I have ignored them for years, knowing deep down that they were speaking truths about the Embers. This ends now. Speak to the goddess, knowing that you have the might of the combined human kingdoms to carry out her commands.
I knew the Lightbringer could do it.
Having you here gives us a great deal of optimism.
What are you waiting for? The moment of our salvation's at hand.
I should have been helping Siama all
Stop
along.
skulking around me and speak.
Selfish.
Victus convinced me to attend this miracle. He assured me it would be worth delaying my trip back to Rinsen. We shall see.
Can this disturbance wait?
Can this disturbance wait? We're about to see a god portal. Sure, talk like that. I have come at the request of Surma to witness this miracle. It was a long walk. It better be worth it.
I must admit, I am impressed.
It's stuffy in here.
It can't have been that long of a walk for any of you, because I teleported here and you all got here before me somehow. So that's alarming. Whew. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Kind of feel like something bad's gonna happen. Also, shouldn't King Harfast be mad? The Ember mines are how his entire society is run. If they're gone, then he has no economy. This should be a disaster for him, but we're kind of just sidestepping that.
Oh my.
Hold, Lightbringer. There are some things you should know. First, we know that you can survive traveling through the portal, but we don't believe anyone else can enter it safely. You must go alone. Also, this may be a one-way trip. If you have any unfinished business here on Domos, you should take care of it before leaving. Or, like, make a save and stuff. Are you sure I must leave my party? They have been with me for so long. Julian said his research was quite clear. Only someone imbued with the power of Embers can traverse the portal. We do not want to gamble with their lives. So be it. They will wait here. I am ready to enter the portal.
I will keep Surma and the leader safe in your absence.